What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new episode with Shawn, Mystic Koi, and Hunter, of course, Select Koi, Jeff, and Kyle from Atlantic Oase. Today we're gonna do some koi appreciation. This guy next to me, he has some great koi knowledge, some great background information. He's coming to Japan for more than 20 years?
Yeah, makes me feel really old.
More than 20 years of experience, and today he's going to show us some of his beautiful koi.
Yeah. Man, I haven't been in this position under a camera for like 8 years. But
Making history again.
Yeah. This is exciting. Yeah, let me pull up something that, a couple interesting fish that I think are notable to talk about. First, let's start with this koi here. This is,
Oh wow.
a Tancho Shiro Utsuri. So,
Beautiful.
normally you would think Tancho Showa, right? Because it has that, of course, it's got a Tancho, right? And I've always learned it's a Tancho sanke, not a Tancho Beko. It's a Tancho Showa, not a Tancho Shiro Utsuri. But this is actually a Shiro Utsuri with a Tancho spot.
This is a very special fish. To be honest, I don't think I've ever seen this.
Yeah. Omosako Koi Farm, famous Shiro Utsuri breeder. He's the only one that has this fish.
Wow.
So he's using strictly Shiro Utsuri bloodline to make this koi. So there's no Showa bloodline whatsoever. And so,
Cool.
in my opinion, it makes a very, very interesting koi. I think he's been working on it probably like 8 or 9 years, realistically. And I would say that the Tancho spot has a much lighter benny quality to it than a typical deep red that we would see in like a Showa bloodline. But the major advantage to Shiro is the Sumi quality. Like this, I chose this fish. It's kind of an unusual pattern. It's almost like a 2-step kohaku pattern of Sumi. But I chose it because the Sumi quality is really good. And like you get to really appreciate how Sumi develops in this fish.
So for the people at home, Sumi is the black, so the black on the fish, and the benny is the red. What I really like about this, Tancho Showa is normally one of my favorite varieties. One of the biggest fish that I ever seen was the Tancho Showa from the Mujo Core Farm.
Of course.
Almost 1 meter in size, and the body on that was insane. Unfortunately, that fish isn't here anymore.
Right.
But the Tancho Showa and something like this, because it looks familiar or similar. This is what koi is for me. This is like really swimming art. I mean, you have like so many different varieties, but the fact you have a white with black koi and that crazy red dot only on the head, that is art.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure you'll be able to get some nice close-up B-roll of the Sumi so we can talk about it a little better. But I had a conversation with Ryu Izumiya Koi Farm, famous for Yamabuki Ogans. But we spent a lot of time talking about Sumi development or black development and how it's one of the most enjoyable aspects of watching koi change and mature. Because real Sumi, like real ink, takes time to come up, and you get to watch it pull out directly from, you've heard us talk about, I'm sure you've talked about Showa and Shiro, how they're black koi, right? With white on top of them.
Exactly.
And you get to see that black just like emerge and like seep out of and like spread itself onto the top of this koi. And like you really get to see this. I'll see if I can find a picture, like a certificate of when it first came in. And so already like the Sumi is developed in just like 4 or 5 months.
Awesome. It's a beautiful koi. So when did you bought her? I don't know if you already said it, but
No, I picked her up. So it's a 2-year-old, and I picked her up she probably got shipped over in February, I think.
you selected yourself? Or
At this, from Takahiro, he sent me pictures of some nice Shiros, and so that I had to pick this one up.
You had to pick this one.
Of course.
Awesome. We're gonna put this one back, and then let's get another one out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.